Thanks to those joining me live and to those that'll be joining me on archive. DStyleBoxing here. If you're watching archive, leave a comment and tell me what you think. By the way, thumbs up the video. Support the channel. Check it out. All right, so you know what? I heard about this fight. Manny Pacquiao versus Vasyl Lomachenko. All right? And I got to be honest with you. I really do. I actually like this fight. I think this is a good fight. I like this fight. I do. I am on board with this fight. All right? I don't have a problem with the fight. Now, in the year 2018, boxing fans do a lot of, do a lot of complaining. It's boxing fans can never coalesce and complain about the right things, the things that make sense to complain about, right? They just, there's always a group of boxing fans that complain about something, whether it's good or whether it's bad, right? And in this case, I'm very indifferent to it. I am. However, I like the matchup. I like this matchup. I do. Right? People could say, "Oh, well, look at the weight." Man, I don't care that Manny Pacquiao is in a higher weight class and Lomachenko is in a lower weight class, right? If it's not for a title, right, then I don't care, all right? I just don't. Just make the fight happen, right? I've always said if it's not for a title, I don't care. Now, the reason that I have no problem with this fight, here's the reason why, right? One, looking at Manny Pacquiao's situation, Manny Pacquiao is not at a point of his career right now, right, where he can face top welterweights. He's not, right? He's naturally not he's not a natural welterweight as it is, and his reflexes have slowed down. He has slowed down as a fighter. So he can't fight bigger men than him. He can't continue to do that, right? In the case of Vasyl Lomachenko, well, I don't see Tank Davis going out of his way trying to fight him. I wouldn't mind that fight, but he doesn't want that work. Can't force him to fight Lomachenko. And the other guys just flat out don't stand a shot. Now, it doesn't mean we can't see the fights. But right now, there's a window of opportunity that's not going to be available forever to go ahead and do this fight. Manny Pacquiao is on his way out of the sport. Manny Pacquiao is about to say laters. And Vasyl Lomachenko with the win here can become a relatively big star. Because someone with a name, right, is going to give him a shot. Not a title shot because there's no title on the line. In the grand, when you look at it, this fight doesn't really mean much. All right? But people will watch this fight. People are going to tune into this fight. They are. They're going to watch it. And if you're Manny Pacquiao, you look at this situation, you say, well, why not? Vasyl Lomachenko has not fought anyone at the level of a Manny Pacquiao. He hasn't. You can argue Rigondeaux, but Rigondeaux was a smaller man moving up in weight. Now Lomachenko will be the smaller man moving up in weight. Manny may think to himself, I think I can take this kid. This will be an O-line. versus a young lion. There is a story behind it, right? And either one of two things will happen here. If Lomachenko is a hype job, that he's not a hype job, but for those that believe he's a hype job, then Manny Pacquiao will expose him. If he's not, if he's the truth, then he will put a beating on Manny Pacquiao that we have not seen. And if it's not either or, we will see a great fight. So regardless, we're going to see something happen here. Either somebody's either going to get exposed, somebody's going to be made, or we're going to see a fight of the year candidate. So I like the odds here. Not gambling odds, but I like it. This is a fight where I can honestly say, yeah, I want to, I'm going to do something this Saturday night. I'm going to watch this fight. I understand, right? Regardless of what people say that I don't understand. I'm telling you, I understand that this fight isn't, to unify titles. It's not significant in that sense. But if Lomachenko wins this fight, everyone he fights from here on out, okay, will automatically become a bigger fight. It will become a bigger deal. It will be somewhat of a passing of the torch from one top rank star to another one. I don't have a problem with the fight. Now, if there was somebody in Lomachenko's division where I'm like, oh my God, we got to see this fight. They got to do this fight. Let's do this fight. And like, we really want to see it. Like, if that was the case, then by all means, maybe I would have an issue. I would be honest saying, well, I kind of wish you would have fought this guy instead. Doesn't mean I would have been against the fight. But right now, I don't see anything at the immediate moment for Lomachenko. I don't see guys in his division going out of their way trying to call this guy out. Now, I wanted to see Mikey Garcia versus Lomachenko, but guess what? If Lomachenko beats Manny Pacquiao, then when he does fight Mikey Garcia, it's a bigger fight, and I'll get what I want anyway. I like this fight. I'm going to tune into this fight. Now, it doesn't mean I won't have criticisms, right? And one of these sanctioning bodies, does this bullshit title on the line or some funky business like that. Yes, of course, I will say something about that. And no, it doesn't mean I'll be contradicting myself. I just explained a scenario where I would criticize the fight. Yes, of course, I'm going to come out and say, what do you mean this is for the title? What do you mean? Like, if the WBC makes up some other bullshit title for this fight, of course I'm going to come out and I'm going to speak out against that, right? But for what it is, I like this fight. For what it is. Manny Pacquiao's coming off a loss, and he's but he has a name, all right? And and anyone who says, this is just my honest opinion, that they're not up for this fight, I don't believe you. All right? I just think either you're kind of saying you're not, but you're going to watch it. All right? You are. Okay, that's the style. This, just keeping it, keeping it real. All right? I like this fight. This has, in many ways, and I know they want to do like a tune-up where Manny Pacquiao might fight Mike Alvarado. I hate that fight. And to be honest with you, other than just having Pacquiao get a win and, or whatnot, just to not be so rusty and just be active, I get it, right? So I could look past that. I just wish it was a better opponent than a shot Mike Alvarado, right? I mean, he's literally being used here just to keep Manny Pacquiao busy. I do wish that fight wasn't happening. You know, you could have found a journeyman fighter that isn't shot for Manny Pacquiao to beat up. I mean, you could have found something, you know. But so I do have issue with that. I do. But in November, which is an interesting random month, but in November, when Manny Pacquiao fights Vasil Lomachenko, I think it's going to be a very interesting fight. Now, who does DStyle believe will win that fight? You know, a lot of people are pretending to know what would happen in this fight. They come on here and tell you, I know. If you know what you're talking about, you know. Like they all tell you this, but DStyle knows. Okay? DStyle knows exactly what's going to happen in this fight. DStyle knows. DStyle understands. Vasil Lomachenko will win this fight. And you could tell me what you want to, whatever you want to tell me. You know, you could say, no, but you don't understand. You know, he's moving up. Manny Pacquiao hits hard. And, you know, Manny Pacquiao is faster than anybody. He's there fighting. And he's this and he's that. You know, like, if we were talking about Manny Pacquiao, you know, from years ago, then it's a totally different story. You know, this is definitely an old lion. And it is time. You know, if Manny Pacquiao does not want to retire, it is time for the sport of boxing to retire Manny Pacquiao. This is a good old-fashioned cash out is what this is. That's what this is. This is a calculated risk by Top Rank. They know and they understand that Freddie Roach and company are going to have a game plan. Manny Pacquiao is going to come to win this fight. Manny Pacquiao is going to come to spoil all the plans that the Top Rank has. They know that. They understand that. But believe me, whether it's Pacquiao side or Lomachenko side, everybody understands that this is a cash out. This is where Bob Arum feels he is going to get all that investment back from all the years he promoted Manny Pacquiao. This is what happens when you stay with a traditional promoter. That day will come. The day of reckoning will come, and this is Manny Pacquiao's day. That doesn't mean it has to go the way they're thinking it. That's not, you know, but it is that's why I'm saying calculated, but I'm also saying risk. It's a calculated risk. The way Bob Arum sees it is very similar. Very, very, very similar to when Mayweather beat Oscar De La Hoya, who was the name? De La Hoya. So was Mayweather, but after that, Mayweather became, he was already kind of a pay-per-view attraction, doing like 300,000 or so, but after that fight, he became a mega pay-per-view attraction. Now, not to that scale, but yes, after Lomachenko beats Manny Pacquiao, he's going to become a bigger name overnight. It doesn't benefit Top Rank at all to give Manny Pacquiao a send-off, you know, fight. Oh yeah, we're gonna do this for you, Pacquiao. We're gonna give you a send-off fight. You know, we're gonna make you go out and win. You know, like it doesn't benefit Top Rank. It doesn't benefit HBO or the powers that be. They want Manny Pacquiao to pass that torch to someone, and Lomachenko is the chosen one. That's what's going on here. See, you don't got to listen to anybody else. DStyle's telling you what's going on here. It's cash out time. Cash out time has arrived. Lomachenko started on the undercards of Manny Pacquiao fights. It was only, this is it. Cash out time. They're going to get Manny Pacquiao, a tune-up against Alvarado. And then they're hoping Lomachenko beats Manny Pacquiao. And then Top Rank can build something around Lomachenko. From my understanding, Top Rank tried to do the same with Terence Crawford. But Manny Pacquiao's camp didn't want anything to do with Terence Crawford. Well, rumors, right? Okay. The difference is Manny Pacquiao's camp, Freddie Roach, they know they don't have a shot. At this point of Pacquiao's career, they don't have a shot against Terence Crawford. But they feel they have a shot against Lomachenko. They wouldn't do this fight if they didn't believe it was winnable. Now, it doesn't mean that they don't know what the situation. They know this is cash out time. They're just trying to prove them wrong. For Top Rank, this could go many ways, right? After the fight, the narratives will be narratives, but you best believe let's look at every scenario. If Lomachenko comes out and gives Manny Pacquiao a boxing lesson, embarrasses him for 12 rounds, or even stops him, which I doubt. I don't think he'll stop him. But I think he'll definitely beat him on points. If Lomachenko were to do that, you already know what the machine at HBO and Top Rank and the whole nine, it might even trickle down to the ESPNs. You already know what they're going to say. It's going to start with Bob Arum at the press conference saying he's better than anybody in history, that Lomachenko's the best ever, and this, that, and the third. Look at what he just did to a legend and Manny Pacquiao and beat him better than this guy and that guy. They'll mention Floyd's name. And what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. If the fight is a war, like if they have a very competitive fight that could have gone either way, the Top Rank still wins because they'll just do a rematch. And it wouldn't be the first time they do a trilogy with Manny Pacquiao either. Not the most ideal situation to want to be in, but they'll do that. Lastly, if Manny Pacquiao wins. By the way, I have no idea what the casinos. I do believe the casinos will have Lomachenko as a slight favorite. I do believe that. Depending on the odds, we'll see on what we can bet, but I have no idea. I'll be shocked if Manny Pacquiao's the favorite. It's possible, I guess, but I don't know. I'm not the bookie. Right? But if Pacquiao pulls what I believe will be a slight upset, then there's no doubt that plan B would be, if it's close enough, they could do the rematch, as I already said. But if Manny Pacquiao goes in there, first of all, and just if he destroys Vasyl Lomachenko, then, and believe me, they'll have these narratives already ready, right? Well, Lomachenko was too small. Lomachenko's a little guy. A great little guy can never beat a great big man, and blah, 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 right? I mean, that's what they'll do. We're going to go back down to his weight class, this, that, and the third, and that's what they'll do, right? And Manny Pacquiao, of course, he'll be back in the headlines. And it doesn't mean, he could still get cashed out. If Manny Pacquiao beats Lomachenko, especially if he does it in convincing fashion, you best believe And you could write it down right now. It'll still be cash out time. Because there's no way Manny Pacquiao just rides to the sunset. There's no way, right? It won't be cash out time. They'll cash him. Okay, they'll cash him out to Terence Crawford, right? That's what they'll do. Because we already know Terence Crawford, okay, it's going to beat Jeff Horn. We already know that, all right? So people could say what they want. That's you could write that down. D-Style say it. Crawford's going to beat the shit out of Horn. And no, I'm not Nostradamus for telling you that. Everybody knows that, right? We'll see. We'll see what Horn's got, but hey. So in all reality, Top Rank, they see themselves, in a very good position here. Okay, and look, I know what they want. They want Lomachenko to win this fight. If you don't believe, and if you look, and for anybody who's comes here, okay, if you come to my channel and say no, but D-Style, you don't understand. Manny Pacquiao and Bob Arum, they're very good friends. He would never try to cash out Manny Pacquiao, right? Because he said it was his friend. Because a boxing promoter said a fighter's his friend. Yeah. And the snake told Eve to take a bite out of the apple. All right? I don't care what Bob Arum said. All right? I don't give a he said it was his friend. You think, does anybody really believe that Bob Arum, I don't care how much you think loves Manny Pacquiao, you think he loves him more than money? No. He don't give a damn. It's cash out time, folks. Now, these styles told you that Lomachenko more likely is going to win this fight. But let me tell you what I want. And I want this not because, and yes, to a certain degree, it would be fun to see the Lomachenko fans get taken down a peg. But I would never just do something because, okay, I lie. Okay, there are times I want to see a motherfucker get knocked out just because of his fan base. So I can't say that. There's no moral high ground there, but the satisfaction will be the cherry on top. To me, to D-Style boxing, right? To me, and this is just me, right? I want to see Manny Pacquiao win this fight, right? And I want to see Manny Pacquiao win this fight because I see what Top Rank is doing. And this goes to everybody who said, oh, man, D-Style, he hates Manny Pacquiao. And no, I've never hated Manny Pacquiao, right? I despised some of the people in this fan base, right? But I never disliked Manny Pacquiao as a person or as a fighter. I think he made a lot of wrong. Like anytime I did a video criticizing Pacquiao's business decisions, okay, I didn't just do it to hear the sound of my own voice, right? Because I care about these fighters. I don't care about them the way I care about my family or friends, right? Not to that degree, right? But D-Style boxing appreciates these fighters and what they give, their blood, sweat, and tears, what they give to the sport. D-Style knew this day was going to come. He knew cash out time was coming. This is where they're going to take Manny Pacquiao out back, beat him with a couple of clubs, and just toss him out back, out in the rain. That's what's happening here. And to me, if Manny Pacquiao were to win this fight right here, all right, I think it would be great. I mean, what a story would that be? What a story would that be? Because make no mistake about it, from the HBOs to the Top Ranks and the Bob Arums, believe me, they want another new star. This is cash out time. Ching ching. So I want like this. This is DStyle telling you. Although I don't think he's gonna do it, I hope he does it. I hope Manny Pacquiao knocks him out. Not because I look again. I don't dislike Loomachenko. All right. But because there's two guys fighting, I could only pick one. That's why. And despite all the bullshit, right, that, I mean, keep in mind, and if this can get out to Manny Pacquiao, it won't, okay? But if not for my voice, but if the message could get out, you need to knock this guy out, and then you need to tell Bob Arum, fuck you, all right? That would be an epic closing. That would be an epic way to go out. All right? Maybe he knocks Loomachenko out and he says he's retiring. That's it, I'm retired. Man, that would be great. Like, nobody would support that more than DStyle. Oh, you don't want to give him the rematch? Nope. No rematch. And for once in Manny Pacquiao's career, I would just love it if he were just to talk some shit after the fight, even during the fight. I would like him to be honest for one, to stop the nice guy act, all right? And I would like him to just say, look, I know what's going on here. I know they're trying to cash me out. This is a new hype job they got, right? Although that'll be kind of, I don't know, he should say that, because they'll be like, well, who's the current hype job? Okay, but, so I don't know about that. But they just say this is just a hype job they're trying to bring up. Okay, and you know, and Bob Arum calling him the best of all time. He's not even better than me. And go in there and knock him out. That would be beautiful. Hey, this guy's overrated. You know, they call him the best of all time. That is better than Ali. And Bob Arum said he's better at as a featherweight than ever. But I used to fight at featherweights, and he's not better than me or Morales or any of them. I just wish he would just talk shit and knock him out. Show that rage against the machine for once. Because if Manny Pacquiao does a nice guy act, and then after the fight says, hey, you know, I tried my best, you know, like all while, and then Bob Arum will give you a cheesy ass, you know, hug and say, well, that's it for Manny Pacquiao. You know, he was a great champion, but he was in there against the best ever, and Vasil Loomachenko. Like, you know, shut up, right? So, last thing DStyle wants to hear, all right? So, DStyle is letting you know that I will be right there in Manny Pacquiao's corner. I mean, I pray he lands a big left hand and knocks him the fuck out. Like Ricky Hatton style. Because it would be great. I'm DStyle. Well, come on, YouTube. Right? I don't want to do the I told you so video. I don't want to come on here and see I told you guys he was going to get cashed out. I told you he was going to get his ass beat. I told you Bob Arum was going to go to the press conference and say he's the best ever, and you know this performance surpasses what anybody did against Manny Pacquiao, and this, that, and the third. And then before you know it, they'll start doing a Legends retirement tour with fucking Loomachenko. I mean, before you know it, they'll start calling out fucking Juan Manuel Marquez. You damn right I'm pulling for the old line here. Damn right. Because I don't care how much, because all fighters get hyped up, right? But Manny Pacquiao was the truth, right? He wasn't what Bob Arum told everybody he was. Okay, I don't know about that. Okay, he's not, you know, Henry Armstrong. Okay, I don't know about that nonsense. Okay, but he's definitely one of the best of his era. He beat some legends. He put in the work to be in the discussion. This new era Perrin hasn't beat anybody. I mean, he beat, I'll give him Rigondeaux. One guy. Okay, who else he beat? He's had like 11 fights, and they're already crowning him. And they're ready to just... This is, believe me, if Bob Arum really was Manny Pacquiao's friend, like he claims he was, he wouldn't do this fight. He would let Manny Pacquiao have a fight in the Philippines against like an okay fighter, go out on top, and it's a wrap. Let him retire. He wouldn't try to milk him for every ounce of whatever's left of Manny Pacquiao. It's cash out time. This is what this is. That's what it is, folks. So the Jeff Horn fight, that wasn't cash out time. No. Somebody say, well, what about, they had some rift. No, they were talking about the judges and this and that, and they were feuding, Manny Pacquiao and Bob Arum. Like, well, he's still with them, right? So maybe we'll see some. I don't. You see what what I'm tired of. I'm tired of Manny Pacquiao doing the nice guy act after a fight, and then he supposedly in some Filipino interview and with a third-hand source that Manny Pacquiao really was upset and this that. How about we drop all that? Like this would be a great way to go out. That's all DStyle saying. DStyle isn't saying any more than that. No, but DStyle. DStyle isn't saying. See if I could bring this up here. But DStyle says MBT Boxing. You don't understand. MBT Boxing continues. They can fight for that diamond belt thing Garcia and Broner fought for. Holy shit. MBT Boxing, Pac regularly fights in April and November. That's true. Let's see. Benumar Manny is going to beat the dog shit out of Loomachenko. If he doesn't, shaking my head. MBT Boxing, Crawford was the chosen one, but Pac would rather get sued than fight Crawford. Interesting. Benumar. It's funny Uncle Bob tries to serve Manny up to Loma, the white boy, instead of Crawford. He'll stop him, says NBT. Benumar, Loma sexual is a fucking bum, a hype job. Manny better murder, kill, death kill. NBT, you're dreaming DStyle. NBT, Arum has never had a friend in his 148 years on Earth. It's actually 158 years. All right, Jamie Chavez, a lot of people say Manny got off the juice, but I feel the damage he took in the Margarito fight is really what ended his prime. Filipino says, I'm the next Manny Pacquiao. Well, good luck with that, right? So, look, there are people, and I read some there, right, that feel that this is going to be a one-sided affair. Fair enough, okay? And that Manny Pacquiao's going to beat that ass, okay? I hope you're right. Don't get me wrong. But I honestly believe Loomachenko is going to win this fight. All right? I'm just saying. It's... My mind is telling me that Lomachenko is going to win. And my heart, is telling me, even though I hate that cliche, by the way. But yeah, that's the situation I'm in. All right? Anyway, this is DStyleBoxing. Keep it boxing. I'm out.